Hi, everyone. We're here with Open Waterfowl today. So we've got Mr. Bryan Shelton judging for us. Couple quick announcements. We've got 141 waterfowl to go through. We've got 41 different exhibitors in this category alone. We do have some sponsors today. So these are the sponsors for all of the different shows. The ones in this show in particular, 3F Farms. Champions Blend is donating feed to our Champion and Reserve overall waterfowl. And Misfit Farms Homestead in Michigan is also sponsoring awards for Best Lightweight. So thank you to everyone that sponsored. And you can see all of the sponsors here. They're the ones that are keeping our show up and running. We also have Fowl Creations, has apparel and merchandise. So if you're interested in t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that, go ahead and check out their website. They did get hit by the hurricane. It sounds like everyone down there is doing okay. Their farm and property didn't have a ton of damage, but they are without power. So they aren't going to start shipping out orders likely until next week. So if you do order something from them, you should have gotten an email. They sent out a secondary email this week after the hurricane. It'll be coming. It's on its way, but may take just a little bit longer. So, any other big things? The Fun Show voting is up. Still trying to figure out chicken voting on there. The Wix programming team also cannot figure it out right now. So I've got an alternative method if they can't get it up by this Sunday that I'm going to be posting, and we'll do another announcement then. If we have to go that route, I'd prefer to just keep the votes that we have now, but we'll see how it goes. Upcoming shows, I believe we have Youth Waterfowl up next. Youth Waterfowl is the 15th. Showmanship will be the 20th. Showmanship entries are closed. We've already got all of the time slots filled for that. And then Youth Bantam is going to be the 25th. I'm still working on Open Large Fowl. So that should be, Youth Large Fowl, I believe, is the 19th. And then Open Large Fowl is to be determined. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. Without further ado, Mr. Shelton, I'll let you introduce yourself, and then we can get started judging.
Thank you. My name is Bryan Shelton. I have been an APA licensed judge for 7 years now. Raised a variety of breeds over the years. That's it. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Another quick reminder, if you've got any questions during judgings, you're curious why you placed one over another, you want clarification or some more thoughts, go ahead, drop them in the comments, and I'll get to that. So try and do that as he's judging live. That way we don't have to go back as much. We can get them answered for you. Up first, we've got heavyweight, and we're starting with Muscovies. So Bryan, I'll let you take it away.
Wonderful. Just bear with me here. I'm going to expand the screen so I can get a better look from looking through earlier. As far as body type structure, number 2 would be my first place bird. If you look at the decarunkling on the head there, it's from this side, it's very good, very even. The eye's still visual, so no impediments to the side of that bird, and just a good long body with an even top line. I'd like to see it deeper in the front end, but that's time of year and conditioning. Second place bird would be the number 4, that female there. She looks, from the photo, looks like she has a great even color. Tail's down a bit, but I think that's just her stance, not anything indicative to her as a bird. And the third place bird, we will stick with number 3. There again, good carunkling, good length. Time of year has a lot to play with that bird, but we're still looking at what I think is a good bird. Fourth would be number 1, and we'll follow the class out with number 5 for number 5.
All right, on to black. We had 1 entry pulled and 1 duplicate in there. So normally we play rule of 4 to 5. We want to try and keep a minimum of 4 on a slide. Here we have 3, just because of some of those last minute changes.
Right. My number 1 bird will be number 2, the female, or I'm sorry, number 3, the female in the number 3 slot. Good green sheen in that photo. Looks like good length of back, good depth of the breast. I'm sorry. Let's change that, because on my screen I've got 2, 3, and 4. So let's put number 3, or the center bird, is number 1. There we go. And then the bird on the far right will be number 2. The male's got quite a bit of crunkling, just doesn't look completely even from my photo, and as clean as the bird in number 1. And then the third place bird will be the one bird that's left in the lineup. Thank you.
All right, and then we've got any other variety Muscovy.
So any other varieties? We've got some non-standard varieties here, as well as some standard varieties. My first place bird is going to be the blue female, second one from left on the bottom row. Good depth of color, good depth of front end on that bird. Even looks like an even face there. Good skull on it. The male to the blue that is directly to its right would be my second place bird. And the third place bird will be the blue on the bottom left. Not much difference in those 2 females. It just looks like a better photo from the one I placed one person who want to place third. Fourth place bird would be the first bird in the lineup. Far left, top row, like a magpie color. And then the lilac would be my 5th place bird. Perfect.
All right, and there's the lineup for Muscovy. I've got best of breed here. Top should be your best of variety. Oh, shoot. Let's mix these 2 around. Top is best of variety. Bottom is reserve of variety.
Yep. Let's just on conditioning. Let's go with the black in the middle for best of breed and the blue on the right for reserve of breed. The chocolate's just probably a better bird, but not conditioned as well as those 2 are.
Okay. On to Rowan's gray males.
Rowan's gray males. Well, we've got 5 birds, different angles. The first photo obviously is the one that stands out as a showstopper there. That's the closest to the description of the breed. So we'll take that first male up as number 1. And it looks like the second bird, which is in an eclipse molt in the photo, which shouldn't harm it that much. That's the second bird closest to the standard, so we'll bring it up for second place. And then we'll go with the very last picture for third. Fourth will remain fourth, and then the third place bird will be, or the third presented bird will be 5th.
Okay. On to gray females.
Gray females. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 birds. The 5th place bird looks like the best bird as far as depth of body and roundness of head, and looks like the beak's the right color on that bird. Good dark coloring throughout the body. The very last picture will be my second place bird. The same following suit. The second bird will be my third place bird. Probably a better bird than it's presented in the photo, but with its head down in the photo, I really can't gauge the back line or the neck structure. And then we'll go with out of the 3 remaining, we'll go with the one on the far right for my 4th place bird. And then the one on the far right for my 5th place bird. Perfect.
All right, let me copy quick to bring to the breed slide. We should be good for best of breed Rowan. Okay, I've got best of variety on top, reserve on bottom.
So we're going to go breed with the first place male and reserve of breed with the first place female.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's see if we've got any other heavyweight is next.
First place in the other breed will be to the bird in the middle, the Aylesbury in the middle. There we go. And second place will be to the Aylesbury on the far right. Third place will be the silver appleyard, second bird. And then fourth will be the, I'm assuming, pekin on the left, and then fifth, the buff duck on the right.
All right, on to best of class heavyweight. Same thing, champions on top, reserves on, or best of breeds on top, reserves on the bottom.
Well, the Rowan will be the champion heavy, and the Aylesbury will take as reserve.
Okay.
Perfect.
On to medium weight. We're starting with Cayugas here.
This is where a picture is worth 1,000 words. Just the quality of photo is going to make a difference. I believe the second bird will be my first place bird. Just a great body structure, good head structure from what I can see. Unfortunately, it's not facing towards me. My second place bird will be the first bird on the second row. Third place bird will be the middle bird on the front on the first row. Fourth place bird, far right, first row. Just looks like a great condition bird. Looks like, from the picture, looks like a larger body bird, a little larger than I'd like. And then the fifth place bird will be the middle bird on the second row. One's down the left. Perfect.
All right, best of breed buffs.
The third bird will be your best of breed, the male there. And the reserve of breed will be the fourth bird, female.
Do you want to place the other two or not?
Yeah, absolutely. The first bird will be
Okay.
third and the second bird will be fourth. Apologize.
Nope, you're good. And then do you want to give a little bit of reasoning while I move some birds over?
Yeah, for sure. The first two birds just look like they're in better condition. The male may be a bit gray in the head, but that seems to be the norm in these birds. I mean, you do get brown-headed birds, but gray seems to be a lot of the issue. The third and fourth place bird just look a little bleached out. Well, the third place looks a little bleached out. The dark band on the wings is a little more prominent than the one on the first bird. And then the fourth, the female, she's just been in the sun too long. So that's really the difference.
Okay. And then we are ready to move to any other medium weight.
Let's take the crested as number one in that class on the far right. From what I can see, it's got a good even round crest. Probably be a little bit bigger as far as a body bird, but still looks like a good clean bird. And then the first bird, the blue Swede, will be my second place. And then my third place will be the juvenile blue Swede that's walking there on the far right. And the other two birds, I don't know of a purebred between the two. They look like they both may be, one maybe the first one maybe a little more runner than anything else, and the second one maybe an Ancona or something of that nature. So we'll go with the one on the right for fourth, and then the remaining one for fifth.
Okay, on to best of class medium weight.
Best of class medium weight. Let's go with the Cayuga for first. And we're going to go with the crested duck for reserve. The buff could just be a little more even colored. The Cayuga is definitely the showstoppers in that class, but the crested is well worthy. Excuse me. So there we go.
All right, on to lightweight. Cruising through them right now. We'll start with Harlequins.
Let's take the far bottom right. That female is number 1. So she's got a fairly even pattern. From the looks of her, she's rather tubular and fairly long in the body. So we're going to go for her for number 1. And the lone male in the class on the bottom middle will go for second. Looks like his color pattern, is fairly consistent with the standard there. And there again, very, very tubular in body. The far left top row will be number 3, followed by the bird directly to its right. And then the bottom row to the right will be number 5.
All right, on to runner ducks.
Wow, so we've got a mixed color pin of runners here. Let's go with the second bird, that gray male. Let's go with him for number 1. And we're going to take that first bird, that black male, as number 2. And then the gray female, the middle bird that's left, for number 3. And then the black female for number 4, and the white for number 5. It's really hard to judge the body shape on these birds when you only get a single dimension photo here, but the reach in the eye and the head structure of that gray and that first black are really great, as well as the gray female. So we'll stick with that lineup.
Okay, on to Campbell's.
Okay, Campbell's. Yeah, unfortunately, the grain in these photos is not doing them any justice. But I think that the third place bird there in the photo, from what I can tell, that's going to be my best bird.
We can blow them up too if you'd like to see.
I can expand them.
Yeah.
Within my realm, but it's just the grain for some reason didn't come through great on these compared to the others. But the first place bird will be my second place bird, or the first bird in the lineup. Sorry. And then the bird with the red background will be my third place bird. And the last bird just looks, color-wise, the evenness of color is not there. So that'll be the fourth place bird.
Okay. Pulling these over to the best in class lightweight, and then we'll get through the bantams. The bantam is by far our largest class, so.
Nice.
Lots of calls in there.
We're going to go with the gray runner for champion and light. And then we're going to go with the black runner for reserve light. Those are two outstanding birds, and they really stand out in that class. So.
All right. Well, I move a few things around. Do you want to give a little bit more explanation? There's not too much for questions yet, so.
Sure. Like I said, the head structure, the beak structure, the length of body and length of neck on that gray runner it's nice. It really is. It's not too baggy in the bottom end. Stands on its legs properly, leaning forward in the picture, but you can tell that it's a good quality bird. And then the black is just a perfect stance. Maybe a bit sharp in the shoulders for what I would like, but it's got a great head, a great bill structure, and really perfect on its feet and the way it's standing. I just think that gray has got a little more length from what I can tell in the picture than the black does, and probably a little more length in head and bill. So that's why I put them the way I did.
Okay, on to bantams, starting with East Indies.
A breed that really needs to be held to be appreciated as far as the color. I'm going to go with the top row far right for my first place bird. And then we're going to work our way back. The bird so the bird that's top row third now will be my second place bird. And then top row second bird will be my third place bird. And then bottom row far right will be my fourth place bird. And then bottom row second one from the left will be my fifth place bird.
I'm wondering if those two are the same.
I want to say they are, but it's not my job, so.
I was going to say, I'll look through them. They
look pretty identical. So.
Yep, and they have the same leg band.
Well, there you go.
So, if you want to pick another fifth place bird.
Absolutely. Let's take the bird on the far right bottom and make that our fifth place bird.
Any comments you want to give on this one before we move on?
Conditioning is the key on these birds, and obviously without being able to hold them, I can't see the purple barring. I can't see the purple in the feathers, but all three of those top three birds look like they've got a good green sheen. They're fairly level in the body. They got some depth to the front of them. Their heads are oval, and their bill structure looks pretty good. The difference between the first and the third is really stance, from what I can tell from these photos. So they look good.
All right, on to mallards. There's only two of them here. This was kind of our any other bantam.
Right, absolutely. There again, conditioning is key on these, but length and I don't want to use the word racy, but their refined qualities are what make them. I'm gonna go with the female for first and the male for second.
All right, on to calls.
White males. Top right will be number one. Second from the left on the bottom will be number two. No, sorry, second from the left.
Second from the left. There we go.
There we go. Let's pick the first bird on the top row on the left for number 3. And the center bird on the top row for number 4. And the far right bottom for number 5.
Okay, on to white females.
Well, there's a big class. Let's make the second bird from the left on the top row number 1.
Second bird from the top left on.
That's it. You got it.
Okay.
And let's take the bird. Oh, how do I explain this best? What would now be the 5th bird on the top row from the left? In the middle, that's number 2. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
And then the bird that was directly to its left for number 3. Second row, 3rd bird, number 4. And then the bird directly to its right for number 5. Those first 2 birds look extremely broad in the body, good round head, good prominent eye, good stance.
On to best white. I pulled top 3, and if we can place top 5. If you want the 4th or 5th place, let me know.
I'm going to go with the female. First place female for number 1. And the first place male for number 2. And if we want to go number 3, we'll go back to the female. Back to the female again for number 4. And then to the male for number 5.
Okay. On to gray males.
Females. Let's take the 4th bird and make him number 1. We'll take the that. We'll take the 3rd bird and make him number 2. And then we'll go 2nd, 1st, 5th.
All right, on to gray females.
Second row, 2nd bird is number 1. Top row, 4th bird is number 2. Second row, 2nd bird from the left is number 3. Let's do 2nd row, 1st bird, number 4. And 2nd row, 4th bird, number 5. No, sorry, that's a male. 1st row, 4th bird.
Oh, those should be on the male slide.
Yeah. 4th bird. That's 5th bird. There we go.
Let's see. Let me throw these over here. Yeah, they're not repeats. Okay. Do you want to change any placings on the gray males then to make sure we've got? There we go.
Let's see. I would like that second bird to fall in number 3, yes.
Okay. Oh, the second bird. There we go.
There you go. Drop number 6 down and just move 4 and 5 over. There you go, perfect.
Okay, and then I'll pull it on over. I've got to pull females here. So that goes there, and our 3 females will come over.
The male will be best. And the 2 females will fall in second and third.
2 females will fall second and third.
The male will be 4th. And the male will be 5th.
All right, on to pastels.
Fourth bird is number 1, that female. Second place bird will be the lone male in the class on the far right. Third place bird will be the third bird. And then first place bird will be the first bird, second bird. I'm going to plug in or I'm going to die here.
All right, on to, easy for me. Call duck, any other?
Any other? Second row, 4th bird is my. Actually, you know what? First row, 4th bird is my number 1. Second row, 4th bird is my number 2. Second row, first bird is my number 3. Second row, second bird, or now my first bird, is my number 4.
So second bird.
Yeah, yes, that one there.
Okay.
And then the bottom right bird is my 5th bird. Perfect.
Okay. Well, and then will I move some around? Do you want to give a short explanation?
I mean, a lot of snowies in here, a lot of good snowies. Pictures, that's a blue fawn and a second bird, looks like, from the photo. It's a bit grainy and a bit off color, but it looks like a blue fawn. And the butterscotch female's good little female, just a little longer in the beak than I'd like to see. So, but the first place bird that snowy looks excellent.
All right, on to best of breed calls.
Let's go with the white for best of breed. There we go. And we will go with the snowy for second. The far right. The top row, second bird. What's left second is now third.
Top row, second bird. There we go.
No, second bird left on top row. Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. And then the male that you just had up, put him as 4th. And then bottom right for 5th.
Bottom right for 5th. Okay.
Perfect.
And then I'm just pulling the top of each breed from bantams. Is there any other? Would you like a second or third from?
No, that's perfect. The one in the you're gonna bring the East Indian, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
East Indy, Mallard, and Call.
Perfect.
All right, on to best bantam.
The call duck is best.
Okay.
And the East India will be reserve.
And with that, Went through all of those pretty quickly. We'll move on to champion row.
Stellar.
Yeah, I've just got class champions. If you'd like reserve any class, just let me know. I can pull that one up too.
Heavy, medium, light, bantam duck. Champion row, the rowan will be champion. And the white call will be reserve.
Okay. If there's any last questions, now is a good time. Otherwise, I'm going to pull. Do you want to make these 2 honorable mentions?
Absolutely. All 4 of those are great birds. So, absolutely.
Any last comments while I pull names really quick? We'll go through really quick names for all of the slides so that people can see whose birds placed. We'll only do top birds on each slide. If you want, there is a post up on Facebook, and I'm putting a thing on the website where you can share what placing you took. If you want to be recognized and get the credit, we only have time usually to go through the top ones. So really quick, we've got the champions, and then I just need to grab our second honorable mention name, and we should be good to go. We'll run back through the beginning, and I'll start listing off the names. So, champion heavyweight, or our best chocolate Muscovy was Jessie Sullivan. Our best black was Sarah Groups. I'm taking my best attempt at names here, so if I mess it up, I'm not trying, I promise. You can send me a message so that if I get it again next year, I will get it right. Any other variety? Sarah Grubbs. Best of breed Muscovy was Sarah Grubbs with the black. Rowan's gray males was Scott Perry. He also took gray females and has the best overall Rowan. The heavyweight any other variety he also had with the Aylesbury, so that's from Scott Perry. And then he's got both champion and reserve here with heavyweights. On to medium weights. Our best Cayuga is Austin Noah. He'll be judging our youth bantam or our youth waterfowl show, so you'll see him coming back. Best buff is Bristol Robinson. Our best any other medium weight is Alton Zerlo Havey Jr. Our best in class medium weight is Austin Noah with the Cayuga. Getting into the lightweights, our best Welsh Harlequin was Emma Peregrine. Our best runner duck is Isaac Andrews. And best Campbell is Austin Noah. Isaac Andrews took best overall lightweight with his runner duck. Into the bantams, our East Indy was Jacob Keese. I believe he had most of the birds up there on the top row. Our best mallard was Austin Noah. Our male call was Jason Luke Dudley. Our female was Colleen Kelly. She took best overall white as well, so that's Colleen Kelly. Gray male was Delaney Haggard. Gray female was Grant Anderson. Best gray would have been Delaney Haggard. Pastel is Grant Anderson. The any other variety call is Blake Bell with the snowy. The best bantam call duck was Colleen Kelly in first there and Blake Bell in reserve. And best bantam was Colleen Kelly. Our East Indy up there is from Jacob Keese again. On to champion row. Our champion overall is Scott Perry with that Rowan. The reserve champion overall with the call duck is Colleen Kelly. And then the honorable mentions are Austin Noah with the Cayuga and Isaac Andrews with the runner. So thank you everyone for watching. It was a short, quick one. We got through all the birds pretty quick. Thank you, Mr. Shelton, for judging. It's very much.
Thank you.
You did a fantastic job. So, yeah. And with that, I'll see you guys all in a couple days for a youth waterfowl.
Thanks again.